Hello, hello, and welcome back. I am Muse, and we are back with another Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York story time. So, tonight we are going to get right into it. So, last night we met Hope, who is hopefully our new bestie. That is at least what Sophie hopes for us, is that this all goes swimmingly. So, fingers crossed, it shall. We just returned home after resting, or after seeing Hope and then returning home. We rested. Hi, Brumfel. Welcome in. We're just getting started for the night. Oh, thank you for the follow. So, we just rested. We went out, saw Hope last night. We wake up and there is something strange by the front door of the Haven. A letter's been slipped under the door in a cream colored old fashioned envelope. There's no name on it, but I know it's meant for me. Opening the letter, it's clear it's been sent by someone incredibly old fashioned, rich, or a fan of classic stationery. No normal person sends letters like this. The note is short and terse, written in elegant, delicate handwriting. You're cordially invited to a rendezvous at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. I'll be waiting to make your acquaintance tomorrow night. Look for me closer to God. Ooh, the plot is thickening already. So, I'm going to take a drink. I'm still a little hoarse, still recovering from the sick. So, I hope everyone's having a good Sunday night. How's everybody doing in the chat? I moved my camera, so I don't know where to set things down on my desk now. There's no other information included. It looks like I have a mysterious invitation for tomorrow night. I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking, Loom. Besides the little bit of the ick, I'm doing pretty good today. Today's been a good day. All right. Oh, we got new quests. What's the new one? So, remaining make a new best friend quest is it's a kind of magic, and this is for the blood sorcerer. Am I logged into disc? Probably not. Should I be logged into disc? Oh, oh, this is new streamer problems. One moment. Seeing the magic happen, y'all. Old lady who doesn't know what she's doing. Huh? Good old witch. See, Discord, come up the works. Ah, that makes sense. Discord hates me. It's here to mess up my frame rates. All right. Now that Discord has joined the party, let's see. Oh. Click back into the screen. There we go. All right. So, new quest. I've received an invitation to meet a mysterious someone at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. The other side of hope. I can. Oh, it says the other side of hope. Hope is about to head out into the city. Accompany her and see her true face. And then this one is about assisting the Nosferatu with his murder investigations. Or go see the feral gangrel that lives in Prospect Park. So, I mean, do multiple things. We can do multiple things in an evening. Yeah. So, let's see. I mean, who doesn't love a mysterious note slipped underneath the door jamb? I mean, he had nice handwriting. Let's go check it out. I'm I'm a I'm a sub for hope, but we'll leave that for later. All right. Yeah, like the good handwriting, like this dude at least knows something. Let's check it out. All right. I haven't been to church since I became a vampire, or kindred as the euphemism goes. I have had to focus on concrete, practical things like survival and feeding. I've learned the essentials of the vampiric experience, but I don't really have a clear idea of what it all means. The Cathedral of St. John the Divine is a New York landmark. I've been inside once before when I was much younger. I marveled at its Gothic facade. Looking at it now from across the street, it feels ominous. The prospect of an anonymous invitation to a secret meeting is a worrying one, but the venue is well chosen. It's hard to imagine a violent attack in a place like this, with eyes everywhere. I enter the cathedral discreetly. I've quickly learned that this is an essential skill for a vampire, how to move without anyone noticing. The full force of the cathedral's architecture hits me as I walk between the pews. If the architect meant to create the feeling of being small in the face of God's glory, well, mission accomplished. Is it a trap perhaps? Probably, maybe, might be. We're gonna find out soon enough. Based on the note, I'm assuming that, yep, that's an appropriate use of the dun dun dun. Please use the sound alerts to your amusement. There is also an 8 ball in there. I'm not sure if it's working right. It hurt Luminator's feelings, so I don't know if he disabled it or not. So for that one, it's exclamation point 8 ball. Let's see. Based on the note, I'm assuming that whomever I'm meeting here is somewhere in the front. As I step closer to the high altar, it feels as if something is dragging at my feet, as if the stone beneath me resisted my movements. Religion is superstition is my first choice. Vampires are satanic creatures, and does God still listen to me? Which seems like the most maudlin and appropriate answer. Or religion is superstition.
Hello, darkness, my friend. I've come to talk with you again.
All right, religion is superstition. Religion is superstition. It must be. It must be my nerves. As I try to shake the feeling of crushing foreboding, it occurs to me that vampires are a superstition too. There's an old man sitting in the front. I see only the back of his head, bowed down in a silent prayer. My footsteps echo on the floor, and he turns to look at me. I can't take my eyes off him. He's tall, dignified, white hair, balding, a few strands escaping to the sides. He's wearing glasses and simple clerical clothing. His eyes are warm and pale, too kind for someone like me. Something's wrong. I feel heavy, as if a giant hand is pressing down. The skin on my face is burning. Perhaps unconsciously, I expected something like this as a vampire walking into a cathedral. Only it's not the building or God making me feel like I'm burning alive. It's the man, the priest. Welcome, my child, he says. The priest's tone is kind, but the rising panic inside is telling me that kindness is not for the likes of me. So, choices are run, confront the priest, and fortitude it out, which is using my vampire powers to grit and bear it. I can give it a try. I'm gonna take a drink break. I did not properly hydrate these vocal cords. I don't know what is happening. My frames just dropped. Trying to see what's causing the trouble, Mr. Bubble. It's Discord. She's always the culprit. Always. She never just let me rest. God. Alright. Sorry about that, everybody. Um, so we're gonna try to tough this one out and hopefully not die. Yeah, seriously. My stress was so strong it just made the frame rates tank. Whatever it is, I can tough it out with my vampiric abilities. As I step closer to him, panic rises inside me. The emotions are hard to control. Fear, anger, pain, all trying to wrestle in different directions. Away. The resilience of my vampiric body is the only thing affording me a moment's respite, yet I know it can't take much of this. Can I help you? Are you okay? The priest talks to me like he would a lost vagrant who has chosen to enter the house of God. Oh man. Alright, so choices are, how are you doing this? Please, it hurts, and I'm sorry, Father. I'm so sorry. So, man, we are getting spicy right off the bat and might get killed. Shit. What do y'all think? I'm scared. I don't think he knows he's doing it. He's just like a good dude. So, please, it hurts. Yeah. Yeah, it hurts. Please, it hurts. Sit down. Tell me what's wrong. Yeah, I'm trying not to kill us. I didn't realize this was going to lead to getting murked, but it did look like a trap. So, taking a closer look at me, the priest realizes how much I'm struggling to simply stand there. Oh, damn it. Are you one of them? It's simply too much. I mutter something incoherent in reply. I don't sound like a vampire, an undead being made powerful by immortal blood. I'm just another sad, confused, lost soul. I turn around and stagger away, only feeling like myself once I'm back on the street outside. Whoo, shits! We escaped! I stand on the sidewalk, confused and scared. No enemies seem to be attacking me. The priest didn't follow me, and the night air is wet with the smell of the city, the same as every night. Oh, this fucking jack off! Oh, I hate him. But okay, it's okay. Here we go. Here we go. So, how did it feel? I look at the man speaking to me. He is well dressed, if a little archaic. Dark haired, handsome, like a character from an old movie. He smiles as if he knows something that I don't. I glance around. There are people on the street. They don't appear to be in immediate danger. Choices are, who the fuck are you? Did you do this to me? And why does it hurt so much? Sophie already told us why it hurts so much. It only hurts if like religion, like crucifixes or symbols of someone's religion only work if the person themselves is uniquely pure and godly. So that means that that priest wasn't one of the bad ones. So that's a good thing. But also can be a bit troublesome for, the vampires. But otherwise, like things like garlic don't really matter. Stake through the heart is just a paralyzer. So, um, my choice is who the fuck are you? Because also fuck this dude. Just straight up. Who the fuck are you? I ask. Please calm down. I'm not your enemy. Let me introduce myself. My name is Benoit Siegel. We share many things in common, even if you don't know me. Benoit offers his hand to me. We're polite here, so we're gonna shake his hand. Benoit's handshake is firm and dry. He looks at me intently, as if trying to find something in my eyes. Would you mind sitting with me for a moment? Benoit points to a park bench nearby, in darkness because of a broken streetlight. Wary, I decide to follow him. Only an enemy totally unconcerned with the masquerade would attack me here. Benoit sits down and I follow suit. For a moment, we both contemplate the cathedral in silence. I know how it feels, what you just felt. I've experienced it myself many times. For a moment, I consider how to respond. It's clear Benoit sent the invitation for me to come here and orchestrated this little setup. So, choices are getting right to the point. Why did you invite me? Did you try to get me killed? And I feel like punching you. Feel free to type your choice in the chat if you like. 1, 2, or 3. I also have very spooky nails. I know spooky season is done, but my tiny ghost nails make every day Halloween. And they're all different. They all have little nicknames. I love them so much. I agree. We're still trying to be polite. This guy's a total jackass. We'll get to it. I'm sorry, but I hate him. I'm just pre-biased because I played them out of order. What's the point? Why did you go to the trouble of getting me here? I ask, annoyed. I know, spooky season's never done for me. It always lives in my whatever this is, heart, I guess. We share a connection, you and I. I'll explain it later, but right now the important thing is that it's so much easier to show than to tell. I wanted you to meet Father Anthony, or see him, experience him. Did you wonder why it felt like that? Nah, asshole. I didn't wonder because I can fucking listen to a sentence said to me. It was the priest. At first I thought it was because I was in a church, but then I realized it came from him, the priest. I think you're right. It does come from him. His faith. His faith makes you feel like that, he goes on. He is safe in his belief, while you are one of the damned. Do you ever wonder what's the role of vampires in God's creation? I stop to think. Of course I've wondered what all this is about, whether it's about God or nature. I don't really know what being a vampire even means. That's the trouble with the masquerade. A human faced with a human problem can go online and find something that helps. I can't. The masquerade means that everything there is to know about my condition is secret, hidden away. I'm left relying on the unreliable opinions of people like Benoit. Suddenly, Benoit takes my hand and presses it against his chest. He stares into my eyes, and I feel his heart stop. My heart no longer beats, yet I move, I talk. Is that how God intended us to be? Um, we're going straight to option number three. We're going to skip the other one. The other ones are there's a natural explanation, no, can't be, and let me go. Because also, let me the fuck go. Let go of my hand, you asshole. Benoit lets go of my hand and I quickly withdraw it. Well, you're asking yourself these same questions. You know you are. Yeah, exactly. Personal fucking space, you goddamn hipster creep. I like to call him knockoff Edward Cullen. That's his nickname from the previous series. And he is a twat. Twat. Just right here. This right here. Twat. Sometimes I'm skeptical too. But in Father Anthony's presence, I know faith is real. I know it because it hurts so much. But perhaps you have questions about faith and our kind. All right. Choices are yes. What are we? How do you know any of these stories are true? Or perhaps we are divine, not damned. So I I think it's choice number three. So oh goodness, cause fuck it. Perhaps we are divine, not damned. Benoit laughs, and for the first time, the aura of bitterness enveloping him lifts. You're clever. There are many religious cults among the kindred, even more among the anarchs. Some of them do indeed believe we're divine. We die, we rise again, just like Jesus. Be careful with that kind of talk, though. You might not know it, but there are always politics attached to every belief. Go into Elysium, declare your divinity, and everyone around will start making assumptions about you. Sometimes faith is best kept private, even among our kind. Just ask yourself, when you met Father Anthony, did you feel divine? His voice mocking. So, choices are these are just crazy vampire stories. Did I come here just to talk about religion? And this is a lot to take in. I personally feel number two because he is wasting my evening. This isn't even a fun date. No one likes this experience. I want my money back. We could have gone to Red Lobster, Sizzler, literally anywhere. Ponderosa. I know it's been out of business for like 20 years. Yes. All right. The chat's with me. Gonna go with two. Did you have anything else? Or did I just come here to talk about religion? I say, getting annoyed. I know it's overwhelming. It was for me when I first met Father Anthony. I know there are others like him, whose faith shines like a beacon. That's how I imagine them saying it. Priests, old ladies, children. Anyone can have that conviction inside them. I don't know what he's getting at. I'm so bored of this. Um, so choices are is I have to go. This is too much. And I have to pray for guidance. Y'all think I should dip? You think I should try to like yeet out of this conversation just like jetpack? Yeah. Like this is how you get a stalker. This dude is like gonna be sniffing your like dirty socks after he's crawled up your like what do they have? Fire escapes on the outside. So we're gonna dip. Dip. I have to go. I can't concentrate when I know that that priest is still inside. Benoit nods patiently. Let's meet again in a few nights here at the cathedral. We can talk more after you've thought it through. I leave him standing in the shadow of the cathedral, contemplating what lies within. It would be easier. Yeah, we jetting. I'm done with that. It would be easier to ignore his words without the reality of what I've experienced. Father Anthony was holy. I know it to be true. But what does that what does that even mean? All right. So we got a half a night left. So we can either chase down new leads or we can go. Yeah, I'm not. Dude, I might never see you again. I will literally never come back if given half a chance to not do that. I will never talk to him again. Ugh. Anyway, so I think that we should go with Hope Bay and see what's crack a lacking with her crazy ass. Because I am obsessed with my new Malkavian bestie who has like 857 online personalities. So let's do it to it. When I get to the internet cafe, Hope is already waiting out front. The sight catches me off guard. Part of me suspected that she might be more of a shut in. My haven is my castle type. Perfect timing. We need to go for a ride. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. She doesn't wait for my response and jumps behind the wheel of a lavender vintage roadster instead. Yes! Oh, yes! Sorry, just my lady boner is large. Um, the engine starts roaring expectantly, causing everyone's head to turn. Not wanting to attract needless attention, I quickly slip into the back seat of the car. The moment I shut the door behind me, the vehicle sets off, tires screeching. Sorry for not bringing you up to speed first, but hey, this is New York City, and everyone's always kind of in a rush anyway, and this is even more true when you're kindred. Oh my god, I love the inside of her car. It is just as chaotic as I was hoping it was going to be. Now, allow me to take care of some business, and I'll be right with you. Even as she's zooming through traffic, she's still on her phone, of course. So, choices are nice car, watch the road, please. This lady can be at 900 people. Hi, cat. Oh, I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for dropping by and giving me a little lurky lurk. I love a lurky lurk. In the shadows. That's all we do here, is be in the shadows. I even got my creepy green light on. Let's see. All right, choices are nice car, watch the road, please, and what's your business? So, I mean, I really want to flirt with her, but I feel like the more pertinent question is what's her business? Yes. Thank you, Gloom Cookies. Gave me the strength. Nice car. How do you afford that? Oh, we're folding it in. We're a venture. Of course we're gonna fold it in. Vroom vroom vroom. Beep beep beep. Thank you. The lavender really brings out its character, doesn't it? About affording things in the city, it's pretty hard. You gotta be at the top of your game at all times. Might as well explain my business plan to you while I'm at it. So another extremely online milk-based New York goes by the name of Devnall told me to Google Ethereum a few years ago, and that's how I got into Bitcoin. And I found a new religion, 23-year-olds selling visions of governments replaced by benign code and decentralized consensus, masses ruled by algorithms, just as the laws of physics. Idiot man child investors trying to shape their realities through sheer fanatical zeal, and dedicated collectors of things as abstract as rare SHA 256 decryptions. Her driving style is far more aggressive and dangerous than I'm comfortable with. Is it just me, or does she peek into the rearview mirror more often than she looks straight ahead? A hyper speculative environment where nothing has real value, only abstract beliefs matter, and your life savings can be ruined by a single bullshit tweet. How could I refuse the allure? I started buying low and selling high on a variety of shady 24/7 exchanges that allowed me with 100 times leverage, as in, they'd lend me 100 times the capital I could bet with. I got lucky at the beginning and kept the ball rolling, shorting and longing impulsively, recklessly. I got to the point where I became too big to fail, and that's when I cashed out. The car comes to an abrupt halt. I bump against the seat in front of me. Okay, the story will be continued later. We're here, right at our first stop. I need you to do me a favor. Where, where is my first choice? What favor? And first stop? I feel that all of these are valid questions. Where are we? What is happening? Why? But yeah, let's see. Where are we? Where are we? We're where? We're where? We're where? Doing what? We're where? Exactly. I'm meeting a guy here. Well, you are, but I'll lend one of my handles to you for a minute. See that weird guy in a Yankees cap standing around the corner? Approach him. Tell him you're a young, hot, petite ingenue. Take the phone he gives you and bring it here. I'm sorry. Get going, honey. It's illegal to park here. Go, 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 go. Go. I jump out of the car and approach the man Hope has pointed out. Not a lot I can tell about him based on his appearance, aside from the fact he seems pretty shady. So we're meeting some shady characters this evening. Just going from bad to worse tonight. The guy assumes a comically threatening pose as I approach him. Exactly. What could possibly go wrong? What else? What else are we doing tonight? We're just making all the bad decisions. The hell do you want? So I'm gonna do as I'm told, and I want to say I'm at young hot petite ingenue. Yeah, I'm at young hot petite ingenue. Oh, gotta admit, I had no idea what ingenue meant, so I had to make sure. I was about to Google it, you know. He takes the phone out of his pocket and covertly passes it to me. Everything has been prepared and preloaded according to your instructions. Should take about 2 minutes to transfer the data. Now get out of here. Man walks away with an exaggerated hip hop gait. I jump back into the car and she immediately steps on the gas. What could possibly go wrong? You got the phone? You're the best. Pass it to me, please. She connects the two smartphones using a cable and begins some sort of data transfer. It looks like an identical model. After a minute or so, the process is complete. All right. Goodbye, lovely. You've served me well. Hope opens up the car window, grabs her old phone. You're not expert enough to recognize the exact model, but it definitely looks like it had an $800 price tag slapped on it, and tosses it right out the window. Surprised, I look behind me and see a car in the opposite direction run over the abandoned device. Hope notices my quizzical look. I've been needing a lot of burner phones lately, and I'm not going to use some cheap piece of shit, so it's a pretty expensive necessity. Intersection, red light. She takes advantage of the moment to shoot a driving selfie that strategically excludes her face and uploads it to Instagram. I notice her handle there is, oh, Versace Beauty. Now, I was telling you a story about cashing out. Cashing out. Right. At some point toward the end of 2017, I became convinced I needed to cash out. There was no way the bubble was going to last forever. I always knew there would be no grapes of wrath for the cryptocurrency era. It would have to be a series of profoundly antisocial, disconnected events. The whole crypto culture was a decentralized church of lone millennials who rejected all established modern values and kept atoning for the original sin of not buying Bitcoin back in 2013. Another abrupt last second turn. I'm pressed against the window. What the hell is with her driving style? But a life you never wanted to live anyway, and you get a chance to win a priceless pile of nothing. Untether yourself from all worldly desires. Find joy in suicidal ideation. To this day, money holds no real value for me. It's an abstract as a video game score, a bunch of numbers on the screen. This joyless world changed me forever. I knew I had to escape. I feel her on that entire box of text right there. Money holds no value. I don't understand it. It makes no sense. We just arbitrarily assign value to random shit. And then all of a sudden, when rich dudes do some dumb shit, it's gone. Like magic fairy dust. I don't understand. It's not real. It's a lie. So I took my piles of fictional dollars to a new arena. elite New York City social circles. Not because I wanted to scam them and make more, but because I wanted to finally have some goddamn fun. I mean, of course, I had to scam them in the process, but it was only in service of becoming something more than a star, a constellation. Another abrupt stop, this time next to the entrance of a shifty looking back alley. All right, friend, this time you're at leaky gut syndrome. Whistleblower extraordinaire. Whenever a press sneak fuck wants a leak, you've got it. Got it? Again, what could possibly go wrong? So much. Sorry for putting you out there in my place, but I only personally contact people as a last resort. Gets harder to protect my identity each time I show my face. And since I've got you, our man is waiting for you in this back alley, and he is paying a favor with a flash drive containing crucial information we need, we need, we need to stay safe in this city. Retrieve it. I will circle the area, make sure we aren't in danger right now. When you're done, get back here, and I'll pick you up. Everything good? Is that good? Good, good. I exit the car and see it drive away in a hurry. And then I head into the narrow passageway. This looks shifty as fuck. This is great. It's a good time. Sure enough, there's a man waiting for me at the end of the back street. Unshaven, wearing wrinkled clothes, with a nervous eye tick. He looks even dodgier than the last guy I met. Oh, great. When I approach, he gives me a mean look. Cool. I look mean as shit, too. I don't know if any of those were intimidating. Probably not. You lost or something? Yeah, he does look shady as fuck. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna deviate from the plan. Where I'm at I'm at leaky gut syndrome. You said you got a little something that might interest me. I say, trying to put on a little bit of an accent. Of course, of course. Straight to the point, aren't you? All right then. Clumsily, he produces a USB stick from his front shirt pocket and holds it before my face. When I reach out to take it, he pulls it back and gives me a sly grin. Oh, you fuckface. Getting all this data was risky, you know. Miss Montgomery is an unusually sensitive person, secretive. Digging up dirt on her took more effort than I expected. Effort that should be rewarded, I think. The more you ask around about her, the more you expect a letter saying, give up your inquiries, which are completely useless, at your doorstep. Perhaps attached to a severed cat head. You catch my drift? The secrecy surrounding her screams, friends in high places, brave new world order, Illuminati shit, you know. Makes me think I deserve some hazard pay. Hazard pay. So, choices are I can refuse and bluff, start walking away, agree with him. What do you guys think in the chat? 1, 2, or 3? Refuse and bluff, walk away, or agree. I hope that everyone's having a great night. Welcome in to new viewers. We are a little bit into our story time journey for tonight, reading Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York. Backseating is totally allowed in here. Come in, stay for a while. Pardon my hoarseness today. Yeah, I agree with Gloom Cookies. What would Hope do? Hope would refuse and bluff. Yeah, because I mean, I can't be like, yeah, she'll pay you more. I don't fucking know that. I'll pay you more. I don't have that kind of money. Start walking away? Nah. Refuse and bluff. Refuse and bluff. All right, that's what we're going with. I ran a background check on you. You're not just some random schmuck off the street. No way you didn't know what you were walking into when you took this job. And if you really didn't, I doubt you're the kind of journalist who can gather intel worth shit. I am bluffing the hell out of him, unsure if it's gonna work. It does. The man spits on the ground angrily and raises his hands in surrender. All right, all right. I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that. My bad, okay? He extends the hand holding the flash drive towards me again. I fucking take it. Oh, yeah. One more thing. Not really sure what it's about, but one of my informants claims you might be interested in this. He reaches into his inner jacket pocket and presents me with something wholly unexpected. It's a bag of blood, simply labeled as ABRH negative. I take a closer look, but that doesn't answer any of the questions that just appeared in my mind. I peek into the journalist's cold blue eyes and see them twitch uncontrollably. Don't ask me. They said you'll know what to do with it. Leaky gut, come on, take it. Okay. So, I can accept the blood, drink his blood, or refuse the blood. So, I'm gonna take it because what the fuck? Maybe Hope will have answers. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with it. Should I refuse it? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Take it? Yeah. All right. I'll take it. Fine. I'll take it. I grab the bag. Anything else? Yeah. No, I don't think so. Thanks for your cooperation. Another eye twitch and an awkward silence. I hide the blood bag under my clothes and leave the alley the way I came. Hope's car appears behind the corner. Here appears behind the corner just as I walk out onto the street. It doesn't even fully stop when I approach, but slows down just enough so that I can jump in. The moment I close the door, she leans into the gas pedal with her full strength, causing the engine to roar. Her driving style definitely doesn't reflect how laid back she seems as a person. We've got it. I throw the flash drive into the seat next to her. Perfect. Any problems? How did the meeting go? I relate the entire back alley encounter to her. Toward the end of the story, I notice that she's not staring at the road or her phone, but directly at my face. This realization startles me. Uh, you've got that bag of blood with you? I place it on the seat next to her, and she peeks at the label. She looks at it again. Then she steps on the brakes. Fuck, 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 fuck! I'm okay. She grabs both the bag and the flash drive that I've obtained and throws them out the window. Looks like that's her favorite method of taking care of problems. Oh no. Oh no, something's gone totally foobar up in his house. Oh, that was the 90s getting at me. I'm sorry about that. That bag was a message. AB negative used to be my blood type. It's the rarest one, found in less than 1% of the United States population. Glad you didn't drink it. Who knows what they've done to the bag? Some New York City vets can tell you wild stories about using irradiated blood to locate and kill other kindred. Wow, seriously? Glad I didn't drink from him. Better safe than sorry, yeah, but still, I wonder if they would have done anything to his blood. That would have been some five-dimensional chess kind of shit. But yeah, this contact is compromised and needs to be cut off. Goodbye, my journalist frenemy, and goodbye, dear leaky gut syndrome. You've both outlived your usefulness. After a brief period of hesitation, she deletes the whistleblower extraordinaire account and sighs. Another one bites the dust. I've got another story to finish. I was talking about Bitcoin, and then where did I stop? Constellation. I can remember. Becoming a constellation, you were saying? Oh, right. You know who saw the real face of the city? Anna Delavy. Ever heard of her? Russian working class girl, born as Anna Sorokin. She moved to New York in 2013 and convinced everyone that she was this insanely rich trust fund kid and a wealthy German heiress. Manhattan elites totally fell for it. And they bought it for years while she swindled them. She only got arrested in 2017 after having stolen almost $300,000. Sorokin created her Delvey person out of thin air, convinced everyone that she was going to set up an art fund and kept tasting all of life's finest pleasures while being basically broke. She absolutely did do this, and it was crazy. I think there might be a YouTube or a documentary on her now, which is pretty crazy because she totally fucking got away with it. She even made up fake family financial advisor and then killed him off when he became a liability. And then apparently most of her rich victims never admitted to being scammed. Out of shame. But now you're sure. The way she scrutinizes her surroundings, her reckless driving. She's trying to escape somebody. Now, Sylvie's locked up with murderers and Rikers, writing her memoirs, apparently picking a lot of fights. Bless her heart. She'll forever be an inspiration. But I have more advantages, add more advantages, that's the one, than she ever did. I have my own considerable funds, and I can rely on many more made up people than just some old ass financial advisor. Thank you for the spooky, scary skeletons. A whole bunch of fake content creators and influencers that every rich dumbass wants to get in touch with and collaborate with. It makes it super easy to earn more money than I invest. You've seen it firsthand, both as a deceiver and the deceived. It's a city of illusions. Make non existent money and come up with a fictional status, play nonsensical Camarilla games. And one day you might just find yourself at the top. All right, we're reaching our last stop. I look around, coming up to a parking garage. You're going to take an elevator to the 70th floor. Give the masked man you meet at the front this memory card. It contains an art house movie that I made. Art house movie is my first choice. You mean a vampire movie? You made it? So, what do y'all think? Got any opinions, chat? While I take a momentary vape break. I'm gonna go with art house movie. Yeah. What do you mean by art house? You've seen me rehearse it in my haven. You know what I mean. You didn't think I was doing that just for a show, did ya? I found some filthy rich Manhattan pervs who will pay a fortune for a convincing vampire game show. I don't need money, but their IT industry connections, they gave me an idea. When we give them this memory card, we'll gain access to tech that should allow us to take on my biggest enemy in the city. So your nickname this time is going to be a crash. I'm momentarily dazed and can't immediately understand what happened. First thing I know for sure is if I was still a normal human being, I'd be dead. I replay the last few seconds in my head. The other car appeared out of nowhere and crashed into Hope's at the maximum speed it was able to achieve in this closed off space. The driver has already managed to kick open the mangled door next to him and stumble out of his seat. Now he wordlessly approaches the trunk and takes a large caliber silenced pistol out of it. Oh no, y'all. Shit. He starts approaching the lavender wreck of Hope's car, obviously ready to finish the job that he started. I have to be fast and violent. It's him or me now. So, I can attack him, or I can withstand the bullets. All right, guys. We might die. We might die. What do you think? Man, Hope Bay got us in trouble with the man. So, should I attack the man or try to fortitude through it? I could, I don't know, if I can launch at his ass. Or I can try to withstand them. I think. Ah! Sorry. That was probably really loud. I apologize. Yeah, I'm still in the car. He starts approaching the lavender wreck of Hope's car, obviously ready to finish the job that he started. I have to be fast and violent. It's him or me now. So I can try to withstand it because he might come closer. Because, yeah, I mean, he might like try to pop a couple off and then come closer, and then maybe we can grab his ass. We can try the fortitude, y'all. All right, we're in it. We're in it to win it. My instincts take over. I don't come up with a strategy or an optimal route. I simply start running towards the gunman, yelling. Oh no! For a split second, he's completely dumbfounded, and then he opens fire. The bullets hit me, but that doesn't stop me. I start running. The man pulls the trigger a few more times to no avail. The expression on his face is priceless until I ram my fist straight through it. He falls to the ground. I get down on my knees and keep pounding at him until he's been reduced to a bloody pulp. I stand above his body, trying to calm myself and my instincts. That's when I hear her voice. Ugh. Hope slithers out of her car and sees me standing over my assailant. Huh, you did pretty good. She approaches the body of the driver that I killed and kicks it so that she can take a better look at it. Upon seeing the front of the corpse, she lets out an annoyed grunt. Knew it would be this asshole. He's been following us all day, and I know just who he belongs to. Even before she's done talking, she's already trying to reach someone through a video call. Eventually, she succeeds. I see a nonchalant woman in a business casual suit on her smartphone screen. Kara Montgomery, how may I help you? Kara! Hope. I didn't expect you to ever reach me through this channel. Have you thought things through? Wait, did something happen? Did something happen? Your fucking ghoul just tried to kill me, you crazy bitch. That what fucking happened. Oh my god. Oh, calm yourself for Christ's sakes. This is a baseless accusation, Kara says, smoothly. I know he's from fucking Double Spiral. He's been working at your motherfucking company. She seethes. Oh, come on. You know I can't be held responsible for the independent actions of my subordinates. Why don't we just meet up and talk it out? Hope disconnects the call and instantly blocks Kara from contacting her. Corporate shithead, she's fucking sick. Tired, she turns her gaze to the dead ghoul. I'll dispose of him. Help me put him in my car. 30 seconds later, his body is laying on the back seat of the lavender colored wreck. Okay, good. I take a look at the scene of carnage in front of me. Every second we're here gets us closer to a serious masquerade violation. I'll have to exchange my poem d'or worthy masterpiece for the goods of some other time. She gets behind the wheel and I follow her inside the car. Meet me in my haven and I'll tell you it's safe. For now, I need to dump this asshole somewhere and get my car fixed and plan our counterattack. I guide Hope to my own haven. She drops me off, and before she leaves, she makes what's about to come perfectly clear. If we want to survive in this city, Kara Montgomery needs to die. She disappears into traffic, and I disappear into my place. The hunger calls to me. The city's skyscrapers, the seemingly never ending sprawl of the boroughs, it's all a prison. I need to get out. I need to take back control over my life this instant. The memory of my sire's frosty blue eyes mock me, tempts me to show my dominance, to prove I have the guts to take what I want. Feeding, that's just the thing. Coaxing, no, ordering a mortal to bend to my will. Drinking deep from their lifeblood. Faces pass me by. While some look more ravishing than others, any would do right now. I compose myself, my rational mind fearing that a blatant breach of the masquerade's temporary hold over the beast and its compulsions. Calming myself is a small victory in and of itself. This semblance of command will have to do for now, but it won't last. I need to quench this hunger before it overtakes me and makes me lose control. Well, there ain't nothing I can do tonight except for go to bed. Not long after I wake up tonight, Gregory knocks at the door of my apartment. Hey, Gregory. I've only ever seen the back of Gregory. Hey, Gregory. Hey, I came to pick you up. Miss Langley wants to see you, he says warmly. Do you know what she needs me for? Is my first choice. What if I don't want to see her? Who says that? Well, my freedom was good while it lasted. There's no need to be rude. We're going to just go straight off to the first one. Any idea what it is she needs me for? I ask. I'm not in the position to ask, he says. He smiles politely. The car is waiting. Shall we? I wrestle with the same thoughts as a few nights ago. Maybe I should just leave, disappear. Let Sophie find someone else to employ. But then I remember the anarch thug being cut down by Kadir and how close I was to the same fate, not even a week ago, and that it might still happen if I step out of line. I follow suit. As with my previous visit here, Sophie seems not entirely present when I enter. Her eyes are locked onto one of the paintings in the room. I'm pretty sure it was here earlier, but she's behaving as if she's seeing it for the first time in her life, entirely entranced. Gregory clears his throat. Sophie turns to the both of us, a bit of irritation in her face that soon gives way to a pleasant, warm smile. You're here. Excellent. Thank you, Gregory. Her driver leaves, and she turns her attention to me. I hope you had a good few nights and made some new acquaintances, but I have to say, I'm happy to see you, Muse. Thank you for coming. The changing mood of the room is so sudden and startling, it makes me consider the true power of vampiric charisma. Rationally, I know that I'm being manipulated, but I don't even care. Yes, please. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't see it. I just needed you to come over here personally, apparently. He's in his makeshift office at this time, our spare room. All right. Her eyes, her motions, her entire body language all feel 100% genuine in expressing legitimate interest in me and my well being. I have a request for you this night. I need you to find somebody for me and make a delivery. She points to the statue at the side of the room. I notice a plain looking flash drive lying on the edge where the inanimate archer's bow touches the pedestal. The man you'll be looking for calls himself Kaiser. He has eyes and ears all over New York, and it's rare for something to happen here without his knowledge. I'll need you to take this flash drive and bring it to him. In exchange, he will give you an address, which I need to know as soon as possible. I'm about to ask what's on the drive, but Sophie proves to be one step ahead of me. Oh, don't worry about the contents. They're encrypted. A precaution for if the data falls into the wrong hands. But it won't, correct? She gives me a smile that just a handful of nights ago would have made me feel like I was melting. Oh, and Muse. Kaiser is a Nosferatu, that twisted, deformed lineage of kindred. He is old, and his age has made him even more paranoid than the others of his clan tend to be. He holds many havens and changes them often. From what I'm gathered, he or one of his servants should be found at the park on Coney Island tonight. You'll have to identify them somehow. I'm told Kaiser has spent many of his nights these past few years being driven around the city in a black limo. Maybe keep an eye out for it. That smile again, but much shorter. Okay, so my choices are anything more on Kaiser? Why do you need to trade with Kaiser? And why don't you look for Kaiser yourself? So, I'm not getting out of this job. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hydrate. All right. So, I'm choosing anything more on Kaiser. Anything more you can tell me about Kaiser? I ask. He's been here a long time, she says. About as long as I have. He got into a lot of trouble for exchanging information with both the Anarchs and the Camarilla in the past, but ultimately he got off scot-free. Kaiser's web of information proved to be strong enough to shield him from the consequences of playing both sides. Some say that's the best proof of his abilities. In any case, be careful when talking to him. He is very particular about everyone's etiquette except his own. Good night, and good luck. She flashes one last smile at me and turns back to the painting, clearly done with the conversation. I pocket the flash drive and head out toward Coney Island. It takes me the better part of an hour to reach the lights and sounds of the Coney Island amusement park from the city. The drive is almost pleasant at this time of night. Thank God for the Belt Parkway. There are plenty of people here tonight, but nobody who stands out as a traveling purveyor of secrets. Then again, if they did stand out, it would be kind of pointless, right? nothing to do but figure out the right approach. I am definitely not asking around. Definitely not doing that. So we're going to search for signs. There are plenty of nooks and crannies to investigate around here, but if Kaiser frequents this area, there has to be some kind of clue to grab onto, right? I spend a good hour snooping around, eyes peeled for the black limo Sophie mentioned, or any sign that a Nosferatu or any vampire has their haven around these parts. Zilch. Annoyed, I turn back towards the lights of the amusement park, only to find a man standing in my way, wearing an oversized jacket. He had the air of a junkie or a dealer about him. Who knows what he's got in those pockets? You lost? So, choices are I'm looking for someone called Kaiser, I'm not lost, just sightseeing, or maybe what's it to you? So, what do y'all think? One or two? One or two? Mm. Gloom Cookies, if you're still in here, I wanted to ask because I know spooky season always lives in our hearts, but what is your quintessential must have every spooky season movie? Mine, even though it's trite, is Hocus Pocus. Can't go a season without it putting it on at least once. So I too think that it is number two. I think we're gonna go down number two. Nah, I'm not lost. Just taking in the sights. Sure you are, he says. He looks at me intently, like he's trying to guess my real purpose here. Get out of here before I kick your ass. So, choices are sure, after I ask you about Kaiser, or I'm just looking for a guy. You're asking for it. Oh, Practical Magic is the other. God, I love that movie so much. I mean, nothing's more cathartic than burying a shitty ex in your beautiful garden. I mean, that's what I aspire to. And making midnight margaritas in the most boss ass Victorian mansion. Oh, if only. I just want to be like just a rich, old, widowed witch living on the East Coast with my gal pal. I mean, no offense, Lumi. So I can't say his name right, like right out. I don't know if this. I mean, he might be the dude, but I can say I'm just looking for a guy. I'm looking for a guy. I'm looking for a guy. You know a guy? I'm looking for a guy. Chill. I'm just looking for a guy. Drives around in a black limo. Stops here sometimes. Rings any bells? No idea what you're yapping about. He's a terrible liar. Clearly full of shit. Okay, so choices are feeding opportunity, stranger, dominate, make him give me his phone. Oh no, this one's blocked off by my hunger. Shit. I can't tell him that Sophie sent me. So I can't choose that one. So Yeah, my hunger is too high. Oh no. So, I can't choose that one. My only choices are to feed on him, which seems like it might end this whole situation pretty poorly, dominate him, make him give me his phone, or intimidate him into contacting Kaiser. If I do dominate him again, because this is blocked off, I might frenzy and I might kill him because and once you get blocked off options, if you continue using your powers, the next thing that happens might cause you to frenzy and break the masquerade. So choosing to dominate him will most likely have consequences. I can take the he's a shitty liar already. He knows who I'm talking about. I might be able to get away with just intimidating him. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. Listen, man, I need you to contact your boss and I need you to do it now. Quit wasting my time or things will get unpleasant real soon. He doesn't take that well. He reaches into his pocket and produces a gun. I rush him. Bang. The bullet hits me and I barely notice. What would be a debilitating wound for a mortal is just a scratch to me. Shame about your clothes, though. Takes a bit of brawling. Man's stronger than I'd expect, but using my powers, I'm able to overcome him. With a few hits to the jaw, the man passes out from the pain. Searching him, I find a fancy phone that doesn't look like anything readily available on the market. The phone's locked, but a recent smudge on the screen gives me a rough idea what the combination might be. I get it right on the second try. There's just one number in the phone book, unlabeled. I dial it and hear someone pick up. The voice is like a rusty pitchfork scraping against gravel.
Jackie, you're messing up my snuff session here. It better be something big.
All right. So I have, is this Kaiser? I have something for you from Sophie. Come to Coney Island. Man, maybe we can eat them now. It would be nice if we could just like snack, like just be snacking while we're having this conference call. So, oh shit, no,
Can't be knocking the table.
all right. So I have my choices are I have something for you from Sophie. Come to Coney Island. Is this Kaiser? So I think it's two. I feel like I feel like we're on the right track. Hi, I have something for you from Sophie Langley. Care to come pick it up? Silence. Not even a sound. The call ends. I try calling again, but the number's blocked. Nothing to do but wait and see if he shows up. Not 15 minutes pass before a black limo stops near where I'm waiting. One door opens, an invitation. The inside of the limo used to be a luxury lounge, the kind with a stripper pole and a bar full of alcohol, but it currently has none of that. Instead, there are monitors and consoles. There are dozens of displays, each one showing something different: surveillance camera footage, stock market quotes, television news, emails, tweets, silent movies, lo fi footage of a gory torture session. I wonder if the limo's owner can even focus on anything while surrounded by all of this visual noise. And then I realize that there's no one there. Or is there? A man blinks into existence on a leather covered couch, attempting to maintain something that approximates a regal presence. I'm 100% sure it's Kaiser. Surrounded by dimly lit computer screens, his features are even more ghastly than I'd imagined. All sharp angles, twisted bone and mangled flesh, crooked teeth. He bears them in an awful parody of a smile. Suddenly, somebody grabs me from behind, twists my arm, and pushes my head against the car's roof.
I got him, boss. I got him.
The Nosferatu chuckles.
Oh, congratulations, dickweed. Could have done that before you gave away the fucking phone. Just let him go already.
But
Are you going to make me repeat myself, you thick motherfucker?
he lets go. I take a look at him. The man is confused and clearly hurting. He flashes me an angry stare but obeys his boss's orders to the letter.
What are you waiting for, a formal invitation? Get in the car. We have some talking to do.
The door is closed behind me.
So, Langley, huh? I'm guessing you've got something for me then.
I reluctantly pull the flash drive from my pocket and slowly pass it to Kaiser. He plugs it into a USB port on the arm of his chair and displays the data on one of the screens that happen to be turned away from me. It takes him about a minute to access the data.
Who do you people think I am? I saw this footage a week ago.
He removes the flash drive and throws it back at me in disgust.
Tell Sophie the deal's off. She wants her address. She can give me something else.
Alrighty. So, we got two blocked off choices right now. And so my only choices are presence, ask him to take the deal, or demand that he keeps his end of the bargain. So, as Sophie told us, he very much cares about other people's manners, maybe not so much his own. So, maybe if I ask, it'll go better than if I flip out and demand. So, we're gonna ask. I take on the most persuasive voice and amicable stance I possibly can in what basically constitutes the lair of a megalomaniacal monster. Come on, man. Don't send me back empty-handed. Take the data. Honor the deal. It means a lot to me. The sound that the Nosferatu produces is supposed to be laughter, I think. I'm pretty sure he'll fall over and die at any second, if it's anything other than that. Oh, look at
Me! I'm so pretty and well spoken. I'm gonna feed you this bullshit and you're gonna cram it in and ask for seconds. Who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I should do to you for trying to pull that trick on me? I should mutilate your face and rub sulfur into the wounds, rip your tongue out and use it to stuff a fucking turkey. Only see, I'm in a gracious mood tonight. Plus, I fucking hate turkeys. They fucking disgust me. So I'm gonna give you a chance to make this little transgression up to me. I'll contact you. Maybe I'll even throw in that stupid address Langley wanted so she can shove it up her fucking cunt. Right now, unless you want me to get really pissed off, you'll show yourself out.
I'm pretty sure I'm done here. I get out. I close the door behind me, and the car immediately starts backing up. The opaque windows slide past me, and soon the limo is on its way. Kaiser's lackey is nowhere to be seen, so I make my way back to my car and drive back, wondering what fresh hell tomorrow brings. The hunger calls to me. The city's skyscrapers, a seemingly never ending sprawl of the boroughs. It's all a prison. You need to get out. You need to get out. You need to get out. You need to take back control over your life. The memory of My sire's frosty blue eyes mock me, tempt me to show my dominance, to prove that I have the guts to take what I want. Feeding, that's just the thing, feeding. Faces pass me by, while some look more ravishing than others. Any would do right now. Compose myself. Gotta be rational. I calm myself, but it won't last. I need to quench the hunger before it overtakes me and I lose control. Can they give me any opportunities to eat? Because in the other one I played, there were lots of opportunities to like eat a bitch. You know, they were scattered around this map of eating. I can't meet anybody right now. I'm gonna mess it up or something. Hmm. We're in a pickle, friends. So, we do need to eat. Small nibble. We need to eat somebody. Um, so let's see. I think maybe the safest options for our next visit, because whatever I'm going to do with Hope is going to be some more volatile, crazy bullshit. Jezebel is also crazy. That is spoilery prior knowledge. She crazy, but she fun. This dude is crazy, but we might on our like detectiving might get somebody to eat. Agathon, Broody, his sire is a stuck-up yacht who might be a problem. So I feel like going to talk to D'Angelo might be helpful. But would it be right to eat somebody while you're investigating murders? We're not here to debate morals. So, I think our best choice would be to go see D'Angelo or Agathon. What do y'all think? D'Angelo or Aggie? So beautiful. Such beautiful faces. The first one? Do you mean this one? Or do you mean first one as in like orientation on the map? D'Angelo is one, Agathon two. Pardon me while I eat a gummy bear. They are my nourishment. All right, so we're going to see D'Angelo. As I make my way down Clinton Street, the incessant hum of traffic gives way to the ominous silence of the waterfront. I stop to take in the familiar bouquet of the Hudson, made all the more potent by my recent sharpened senses. Across the basin, the Red Hook grain terminal rears its rusty frame. Once a bustling industrial area, now a sleeping giant splayed out on the riverbank, forgotten, abandoned. Conveniently so, especially for one of the hidden. Keeping to the shadows, I sneak closer to the dilapidated complex, making my way past hole ridden silos and wobbly chain link fences. By the time I reach the entrance to the main building, I can almost feel the rust particles making themselves cozy at the back of my throat. Alright, we'll see you when you get back, Gloom. If you need an update, let me know. Not getting my hopes up, I give the door a slight nudge. To my surprise, it gives almost instantly. Looks like someone's been using it recently. Once inside, I find myself in a large empty hall. Looking around, I can almost picture it back in its heyday, stacked to the rafters with heavy machinery. I notice a set of stairs leading up to a mezzanine, most likely an office space. And then I see it, a faint light coming from one of the upper rooms. Looks like I'm in luck. Quietly and with bated breath, I climb the steps and approach the dimly lit room. The door creaks open, revealing what looks like an old-timey detective office, complete with crooked window blinds, an overflowing ashtray, and paper scattered across a wooden desk. Suddenly, it hits me, that nagging feeling. This is all too convenient, too inviting. Before I can react, the trap is already sprung. A plume of cigar smoke wafts over my shoulder, the barrel of a gun rubs against my spine, and a raspy voice whispers in my ear. Let me guess. Took a wrong turn at the third silo. Alright, so my choices are attempt to talk down the assailant, rush the assailant, or presence, make him stand down. We don't need to go through all that. So I'm going to attempt to talk him down because I was sent here to maybe try to help. So we're going to try politeness first. I decide to play along. I raise my arm slowly. I weigh my next words carefully. I'm pretty sure a bullet to the back won't kill me, but it doesn't sound too pleasant either. We've already been shot a lot in the last, 24 hours. Alright, so my choices here are, so this isn't Bloodsuckers Anonymous? Let's not do anything rash. Or, how about we talk like civilized kindred? If you want to weigh in, you can pick 1, 2, or 3 and enter it in the chat. Welcome in. If you're new, I'm Muse, and we're streaming a visual novel, and backseating is totally allowed. Welcome back, Gloom. We're just making a decision. We got a gun pressed to our back right now. It's a dicey situation. D'Angelo's the one holding it. So my choices are, this isn't Bloodsuckers Anonymous, let's not do anything rash, and how about we talk about it like civilized kindred? So 1, 2, or 3, if you'd like to weigh in while I take a hydration minute. All right. I'll take 3. How about you lower your gun so that we can talk like civilized kindred, I say. Oh, I'm plenty civilized, see? I can feel the barrel digging deeper into my back. Double action, carbon steel framed, the finest handgun your hard earned money can buy. Doesn't get much more civilized than that, he rasps. Alright, so my choices are, what about shooting someone in the back? And have it your way, and I can hit him. We're still gonna try to keep this civil. We're gonna try to make friends. If you're gonna shoot me, you might as well give me the courtesy of looking me in the eye. For a few tense seconds, the room goes quiet. So quiet, in fact, I can actually hear the smoke swirling in the air. Finally, he speaks again. You know what? Fair enough, fair enough. In a strange interplay of light and shadow, the stranger reappears behind his desk. Seeing him in his full, for lack of a better word, glory, I can't help but smirk. This is the dreaded Nosferatu? The way Sophie described them, I was expecting some grotesque monstrosity, but this guy? The clothes, the swagger, the hard boiled detective routine, it all comes across as a bad joke. Still, when it comes to appearance, his lineage is undeniable. From 30 feet away, he could probably pass for a bum with a nasty skin condition. From 5 feet away, he looks like something made to be seen from 30 feet away. He leans back in his chair, casually pointing his gun at me. So, what brings you to my humble office? So, we're just gonna try to start with names and see where that gets us. You the one they call D'Angelo? That's my name, kid, he says. Don't wear it out. My friends call me Jin, so you best stick to D'Angelo for the time being. Now, I suggest you tell me what this is about, otherwise, kindly get the fuck out of my office. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't wait for you guys. My apologies. All right. All right. I'm waiting. I'm sorry. All right. So, what do you think? I can see why Kadir keeps you, or I know who you work for. One or two. Well, then we'll go with one. I can see. Charming. I can see why Kadir keeps you around. His expression sours. Not a name you want to casually toss around, kid. But hey, I get it. You're not some random schmuck who wandered in here off the street. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, he says. Who I work for is less important. What I'm working on, however. And we're going to stick with polite. So we're going to say, I know, I'm here to help. The Red Hook murders. I know. I want to help you catch the killer. His moldy lip twists into a smile. Do you now? He says. D'Angelo lowers his shades. For a few seconds, he sits motionless with his eyes fixed on mine. Suddenly, he raises his gun, almost making me flinch. Almost. Then, he twirls it into his shoulder holster in a flashy display that definitely looks like it was practiced, a lot, in front of a mirror. I see his lips move, but the quiet mumbling clearly isn't meant for my ears. Listening in, I'm able to catch snippets of his monologue. Sure, they seem to care, but what's the end game? What's their end goal? Everybody's got one, even if they pretend like they don't, especially then. What the hell? Maybe this town finally got to me. He pauses, sticks a fresh cigar between his crooked teeth. Maybe a good leap of faith is just what the doctor ordered. So, we're going to offer him a light. He reaches into his pocket. I flash a lit lighter before his eyes. Or maybe you could use a healthy dose of unhealthy. For a split second, he gives me a puzzled look, and then he leans over to my lighter, puffing on the cigar as it catches fire. A wry smile coming to his lips. I like you, kid. You might look like a used car salesman, but there's just something about you. Tell you what, I was just about to head back to the crime scene. Take a look. Refresh my notes. You can tag along if you want to. I could use an assistant, someone to take notes and make wild assumptions for me to shoot down. Who knows? If you're any good, I might consider making this a long-term arrangement. All right. So, all right. Let's do it to it. I'm gonna make the choice for us here. We're gonna say, what are we waiting for? Let's get to it. What are we waiting for? Just one more thing. You still got me at a disadvantage here. Seems like you've done some digging on me, but with you, I've barely scratched the surface. You catch my drift. So answer me this. Who was it that sent you into my neck of the woods? Or in layman's terms, who do you work for? So, my choices are now back to having chat help me. I can tell him Sophie sent me as one. I'm a free agent as two, or I'd rather keep it to myself for now as three. So, one, two, or three. Lying to him might be a bad move. We're helping him with a detective case. So, I think we're going to go with one. Sophie Langley sent me. For the first time since I got here, the Nosferatu adopts a look of genuine surprise. His eyes wander for a moment, finally giving way to a crooked smile. So you're the one, huh? The fledgling the Toreador dame spared. Yeah, that would make sense. Don't think she'd appreciate you know throwing her name around. But thanks for being up front, kid. One blink is enough for me to miss D'Angelo vanishing from his chair. Just when I'm about to look around, he reappears right next to me. Up close, his smile is even more unnerving. All right, moonlight's burning. Let's get cracking. With a certain fascination, I watch D'Angelo stumble his way across West Brooklyn. Oddly animated, incessantly scratching his face and neck, stopping every once in a while for a bout of mumbling narration. He is most certainly a sight to behold. Still, he seems to be getting around okay, and I take particular note of the fact that he seems to be choosing the darker, less frequented streets. There's definitely a method to his madness. Eventually, I take my leprous guide's sudden turn off of Van Brunt Street and into a particularly dingy alleyway. The torn pieces of yellow police tape are a dead giveaway. This has to be the place. Well, we're here. Time for you to earn your stripes, he says. This is where they found him, drained dry, not a drop of blood in him. And before you ask, no, I didn't get to see the body, so I don't know if there were any bite marks. So, what can you tell me? I take a moment to examine the crime scene. Judging by the chalk outline on the pavement, the man was killed recently. Curiously, there doesn't appear to be a trace of blood or viscera. And I know the city's cleanup crew isn't that fast or that thorough. Looking up, I notice a spray painted sign on the wall. It reads, "The blood speaks," in big, crooked letters. I look at D'Angelo. He gives me an expecting look. So, graffiti looks like a clue. How come there's no blood? We don't know. Nobody knows. You're the detective. You tell me. Let's look like maybe we could be observant, so we're going to pick the first one. I point to the spray painted sign. That looks like a clue. Sure, kid. Might as well start with the elephant in the room. What do you think it means? I give the sign a good hard look. It's no Rembrandt. The writing is jagged, clearly done in a hurry. So, choices are it seems desperate, or it's meant to throw us off. I feel like it might be meant to throw us off. Is that what you guys think? What do you think? You think it seems desperate? One or you think it seems desperate, or do you think it's meant to throw us off? One or two? Yeah, there's no blood. Nothing. It's meant to throw us off. Nah, I can see why you'd think that. But look at how crooked the letters are. They're barely legible. You can't fake something like that. Someone was very nervous, very scared. It definitely meant something to them. And then there's the blood, or lack thereof. And given that the murder was committed right here and the victim didn't make a sound, we can therefore conclude that it would seem more likely that the killer is a kindred than that they used a sedative. Because if they didn't make a sound, yeah, the killer was kindred. Bingo. Only a kindred could drain a human this quickly, this quietly. Tell me, if you were to guess, which clan would you say our killer belongs to? I don't know enough about them. So, our choice is Thin Bloods, Malkavians, or Tremere. Now, seems most like that it would be. Well, not all of them are tidy. Some of them are very, very messy. Like Malkavians, they tend to be crazy, so they tend to be messier feeders. Um, Thin Bloods, I'm not quite sure. There's some nonsense about that. Tremere, they're blood sorcerers, so they have the most connection to the blood itself. And that might be they often go crazy. They often like do a bunch of weird shit with the blood. So, um, it seems like maybe maybe they might be the one. Oh, hello. Welcome to the chat. Welcome in. We're having wind down story time. Thanks for the first time chat. Come checking us out. All right. So I think that it might be a Tremere. Let's see. We can also right trigger. Let's see. Oh, right trigger, right button is what I need. Because I don't think I have learned the term thin blood yet. No. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, aren't the Tremere known as blood sorcerers? This was probably some fucked up ritual of theirs. The Warlocks do tend to get creepy at times, but they're not exactly the Manson family. It's just not their style. I might be jumping to conclusions, but my money is on the Thin Bloods. See, this is where they were going to introduce that. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. He pauses, spits out the mangled remains of a cigar. Shit. Looks like we're gonna have to pay Larson a visit. Oh, that's the dude that we met that was broody all in the corner by himself that nobody wanted to talk to. That's why, because he's a thin blood. Got it. Larson, the thin blood primogen, I ask. No, Larson, the bicycle repairman. Of course, the thin blood fucking primogen. Not sure if he knows who the killer is, but he could probably make an educated guess. In any case, we'd be doing him a favor. If it turns out one of his is violating the masquerade, it would put him in a hell of an awkward position. I mean, shitting upside down kind of awkward. It's the kind of weakness the other Primogen would love to exploit. His position in the council is bad as it is. He pauses for a moment and mumbles to himself, but it's too quiet for me to make out. Finally, he lights up a fresh cigar. He takes a puff and lets the smoke escape through his crooked smile. All right, kid, let's get this over with. Compared to the industrial ugliness of Red Hook, Sterling Place is quite a change of scenery. The heavily gentrified and pleasantly dull residential area emanates the sort of peaceful apathy that rich hipsters scoff at and blue collar workers dream of. All of a sudden, the Nosferatu stops. It almost seems like he was taking a deep breath, steeling himself for the things to come. This is the place, he grumbles. With that, he points to a surprisingly nice looking 2-story house. The place is almost completely dark. Almost. I notice a dim light shining through the curtains of an upper story window. It's probably safe to assume that the head of the family is working late, especially if the head of the family happens to be a vampire. Okay, kid, we gotta be gentle about this. I'm talking velvet gloves, soft cushions. You rang, my lord. Kinda gentle. We need to get Larson out here without making a fuss or letting his family see us. If we blow this, he'll shut down like a speakeasy on raid night. Trust me, I know. So, choices are sounds like you two have some history. Let's get to it. And what's the plan? So, if you would like to influence the choice, you can put your choice 1, 2, or 3 in the chat now while I take a hydration break. Ugh. All right. All right. We will go with number 3. What's the plan? Okay. So, what's the plan? Tell you what. How about you take the lead on this one? I'm curious to see how you'll handle it. Oh, great. Now you want me to do something? I take a step back and look around the area. The lit up window seems to be a safe bet. Now it's just a matter of getting Larson's attention. His, and no one else's. Uh, as I try to come up with a viable strategy, I'm suddenly startled by a loud noise. It takes me a second to identify the sound as a dog's barking. It doesn't take me long to figure out where it came from as a bearded man leading a Rottweiler on a leash comes into view. Of course, I can't eat it. I can't eat his neighbors. Can I eat his neighbors? So my choices are ring the doorbell, which seems like a bad idea because that'll wake up his whole family. I can throw a small rock at the window, which seems like that might be the best plan. Or I can eat this dude walking his dog. I could maybe just eat him. Just eat him. Our hunger is real high. We could eat this dude. Not the dog. I know. But the dog will definitely arouse attention because I don't think it'll stop fucking barking. So that might not be a great idea. So I'm thinking that number two. I know I need to eat bad, but the dog's already barking at me. I don't know if that'll be safe. Because what if the dog tries to eat me? Then I gotta fight with the dog. We gotta fight with the dog and the dude and the house and like he might be pissed as hell if we eating his neighbors. All right, all right, all right, chat. Hold on, hold on. It doesn't take long. Just in case. All right, we're gonna eat him. As I Oh, oh no. As I turn towards the man with the dog, he gives me a worried look. Kid. Shushing him with a gesture, I plunge into the shadows and crouch behind a well trimmed hedge. True to his word, D'Angelo follows my lead, though he doesn't seem too happy about it. You best not be thinking what I think you're thinking. Oh no. Oh no. I tense up, waiting for the man to get closer. When he does, I spring from the darkness, grabbing both of his arms, and sink my teeth into his neck. His blood gushes into my mouth, thick with surprise and laced with just enough fear. It's all so quick, and yet so sublime. He goes limp. His best friend does not. The dog goes off on a barking spree that would make a dead man cover his ears. Oh no! Oh man, I tear away from the victim, ready to let the beast loose on the hapless canine. D'Angelo, however, is quick to curtail my murderous appetite. The detective approaches the animal, looking it straight in the eyes, and mumbles something under his breath, an oddly melodic whisper. Mesmerized by the chant, the dog grows quiet and lays on his back, allowing D'Angelo to pet its belly. Oh god, no! Fuck! Suddenly, I notice lights turning on in some of the houses. D'Angelo gives me an angry look and points to the unconscious man in my arms. Get him out of sight, now! Heeding his advice, I hoist the man over my shoulder and carry him into the nearest bush. Oh no. Here comes Larson. Just as I'm getting up, a very unassuming man, slightly unshaven man in a turtleneck approaches D'Angelo. He does not seem happy to see him. Are you fucking insane? I mean, I know you are, but this is nuts even by your standards. All right. This was a bad choice, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Let me see if I can fix it. Let me see if I can go back. This has the worst save system. Be right back. All right, y'all. It will not, absolutely, shall will not save it separately. Oh, we're catching up. Oh no. Oh no. We gotta live with our decisions. We gotta live with our decisions. Because this game has the worst save system known to creation. Because even though I saved at that point, it was like, oh no, once you make the stupid decision, we're gonna auto save. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck. Okay, here we go. I'm doing some lag, yeah. My brain is doing some lag now. All right, here we fucking go with our bad decision. This dude's gonna hate us forever now. Oh, it's okay. That's the fun of this, is that sometimes shit goes horribly awry. It's all right. I glance over to D'Angelo. He looks somewhat embarrassed, scratching the back of his neck, clearly trying to find the right angle to play this. So these these choices are sorry, we needed to get your attention. You want nuts? I'll show you nuts. I don't think we need to make shit worse at this stage. Or don't interfere. So I could shut the fuck up. Uh I was supposed to handle this? So, guys, now that we've gone down this rabbit hole of fuckery, what do you think? One, two, or three? Sorry, that gummy bear was 100% necessary. All right, Gloom Cookies, you've hung in there with me. One or three? All right. All right. Well, in our series of bad decisions, we're going to make another one. We're going to pick one. Hey, Larson, sorry about the fuss, but we needed to get your attention. By feeding right next to my house? What the hell is wrong with you? Get out of here. Fuck. Okay. So, choices are not before you tell us about the murders, or relax, I didn't bleed him dry. One, gonna kill us? That's okay. I mean, meh, it's fine. Let's see. He could make my life really fucking terrible, but eh. We will, once you tell us all you know about the Red Hook murders. The what? What in the hell are you babbling about? D'Angelo, what's going on here? It's about the Red Hook murders. We think one of yours is responsible. Bullshit. A Dustborn's got enough trouble just staying alive out here. What could possibly make them openly violate the masquerade? Desperation, D'Angelo says. Killer's been leaving messages. Whoever they are, I think they know something. Something they can't share with just anyone. I know it seems far-fetched, but it's the only way this puzzle fits together. Nah, I don't buy it. You're reaching, trying to find a scapegoat. Get in your boss's good graces. Word gets around, D'Angelo. You think I don't know who you're working for? Larson's getting hostile. Well, makes sense. So, we haven't started asking politely, so the third choice is right out because we just like eating his neighbors, hiding dogs in his yard and shit. So, figures you'd cover for one of your own. That doesn't seem very nice. Let us let us help clear your name, good sir. I could maybe try being nice now that I'm done eating his neighbors. So, yeah, one seems like the best choice. Then help us clear your people's name. What have you got to lose? Everything. I've been a thorn in the council's side for a while now. This is just the excuse they need to get rid of me. What if it turns out one of yours did it and you sat on your hands to protect him? You think the council won't jump on that? D'Angelo needles him with doubt. He looks off into the darkness, pondering his options. He lets out a heavy sigh. Look, I'll ask around, consult my sources. If it turns out one of my own is responsible, they will face justice. In the meantime, keep your deductions to yourself. I have enough trouble as it is. Deal, D'Angelo says. Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to my family. And with that, Larson retreats to the elusive safety of his home. We decide that it's best to get the fuck up out of here. We walk a couple of blocks in utter silence. Even D'Angelo's mumbling seems to have taken a back seat. Oddly enough, I find his newfound reticence unnerving. How about that? Finally, the Nosferatu stops and turns towards me. Hell of a night. I don't know about you, kid, but I sure could use a drink. Something warm in a tall, sweaty glass. But first, let me tally your score. Let's see now. You did make a good first impression. I like someone who can talk themselves out of a tight spot. Talking's cheap. Bullets? Not so much. You held your own at the crime scene. Nothing I hadn't figured out on my own, but hey, we can't all be professionals. Finally, when the situation called for subtlety, you managed to avoid unwanted attention. Discretion is what separates a private dick from just any old dick. All in all, you did fine. Not fine, fine, but not bad for your first case. Don't let it get to your head. I'll be in touch. I'll let you know if I hear from Larson. Be ready to meet me at the office. He starts to walk away, but suddenly stops and turns back towards me. And bring a notepad. Every good assistant should have one. Yay! Guys, we survived! Yay! Oh my goodness, we made it through the night, y'all! Even though we couldn't go back and undo our bad decisions, we still managed to make it through the night with only making maybe one new enemy? Maybe? I mean, if his people didn't do it, then he's got nothing to hide. And we only partially ate his neighbor. It's okay. So, yay! Tomorrow night, I will be streaming again. I'm going to be on schedule this week, hopefully, without the sick interfering. Fingers crossed. So, I should be live tomorrow with Among Us, and then story time after that. We're doing Among Us Mondays. So, if it runs long, then it'll be Among Us all day, and then we'll return with story time on Wednesday. Otherwise, it'll be Among Us and stories tomorrow. stories on Wednesday and stories again on Friday. So I hope to see all of you wonderful little voidlings then. Have a wonderful night and thank you so much for joining me.